I initially started my interest, let's say, into both the archetypes course of the Women of Spirituality and the various astro courses that they do on Venus and Moon and Sun. I initially was interested because I'm a little bit of a Adina Stoian fan. I appreciate her teachings for many years. They are very concise and always with an attempt to really initiate, with an attempt to point towards the soul rather than, just having a curiosity. Okay, and here are the archetypes, and here's astrology. Yes, very nice. But actually, for me as a yogi, I'm very interested to dive deeper and to understand how does these notions help me to discover my soul and to, of course, awaken the state of Shakti, the state of profound femininity, a state of mature femininity, if you will. Then to dive in and to understand, well, me specifically as a woman, there's two planets that are very, very interesting in my chart, in my astrological wheel to look into, and that is the Moon and the Venus. And to then study specifically with the idea that I will discover somehow my perspective upon the path of Shakti, upon the path of femininity, that was actually very, very revealing for me. And to somehow even take the time and identify for the time being of the course profoundly with the specific aspects that were awakened in my chart, and then of course also getting to know what it means for a woman that has the position of Moon and Venus in other places, and how she would manifest, and what I could even learn from that, and how of course all of these aspects in one way or another are part of the depth of my being too, in that place where none of us is actually separated from the other, but where we are all unified as women. So for me it was a very playful experience and at the same time quite revealing. And even though I've studied astrology before, and it was somehow I didn't expect now to hear something completely new. I did actually hear a lot of new stuff, and on the other hand it sort of shifted my perspective, especially in regards to how to use that tool of astrology specifically to awaken femininity, and this I really, really liked. Also, I came as an Adina fan, and then I left as a fan of all the wonderful teachers that are giving their wisdom and also just their very sweet presence, I must say, is already very inspiring. And I was very pleasantly surprised actually by giving this feeling of magnitude and of having many different viewpoints, and everybody coming with their own vibe, with their own experience, with their own attitude towards the subjects, and that was very, very enjoyable for me. One thing is to learn about something. You can always take up a book and learn something. Another thing is to learn from people who have practiced, which is something that I really got from this course, people who have worked with these aspects, women who have awakened nuances of their femininity through this knowledge. And then a whole other thing is, after you learn all of that, you also apply that knowledge, and you also practice, and you also get to experience that actually all these things are very intimately alive within your own being without actually needing to dig very far. So definitely I want to recommend this course to anyone who wishes to, well, learn a bit of a different perspective upon astrology, some different angle upon it, and also anyone who's interested in awakening femininity and is searching for different modalities and tools to do that. This is a wonderful course.